Well, the question is not what's gone when you're driving the streets of Fort Myers Beach. It's what's left. Debris and destruction now blanket the island. Fire alarms are still blaring as we're walking around, and first responders are searching for any survivors. Search and rescue teams continue to sift through debris. Cars tossed like toys, postcards, family memories, clothing scattered in the streets. Homes left unrecognizable. Today, Miami-based Florida Task Force 2 drove us through Ground Zero. And as we drove, all we saw was loss.
Look out the window here, you'll see where the dirt has been pulled up onto the side of the road. You're looking at several inches deep, thick beach sand that was pushed up by the storm surge.
Cadaver dogs have now been deployed to certain areas. Meanwhile, rescue teams are using technology that helps them identify homes that have already been searched.
We're going to keep the same grid.
A difficult mission that none of these first responders ever look forward to.
Is be able to assist the locals with accounting for everybody. I'm sure that's what a lot of family members would like to hear. And whether it is bringing positive news back to them or providing them some closure.
And the work isn't easy, especially when most of the homes have drifted away.
They're trying to identify homes that may have been on one side of the street has now washed inland. And when you're trying to do what we call a targeted search to see who may have stayed or sheltered in place during the storm, you're trying to account for that person. And sometimes you have to actually follow the debris pile to see whether or not where that house came to rest.
The house that was situated right here over my shoulder, the stilts are left behind. It was literally picked up off the ground, dragged across the street, and it ended up here. Fort Myers Beach Mayor Ray Murphy has been on the island every day since the storm hit. But the sight of his ravaged community still hasn't set in yet.
I really haven't had time to sit down and really, really talk about it too much with everybody, but it is devastating. It's devastating, but there are also opportunities. We'll be able to build back. We'll be able to build back much better, much stronger, and be able to survive these sort of events.
Now, Florida Task Force 2 did tell us when they initially got here, right before the storm really caused all of this destruction, they accounted for about 750 people who decided to stay on the island. Since then, they said only about 200 have evacuated. On Fort Myers Beach, Nicole, CBS 4 News.